Good morning. This time we are going to be talking this morning about others. So, in our relationships, we might have brothers and sisters, or we might have our parents, of course, or significant others. Anybody that we are in a relationship with almost every day, we have to think about, right? Sometimes we don't think about them, right? Sometimes we think just about ourselves, about our own little blanket, or about our own little time to think and be alone. But I will read in Ecclesiastes how we are not wired to be alone. We are wired for community. So it says in Ecclesiastes 4:9, two are better than one because they have a good return for their work. So that's logical, right? If we work together, we can make good work. If one falls down, his friend can help him up. So if you're alone in the woods because you want to be a loner hiker, well, it's not good, because what if you need help? No one's there to call for help. But pity the man who falls and has no one to help him up. Also, if two lie down together, they will keep warm. But how can one keep warm alone? So in snuggling, and you got your own blanket, but then if you're really cold, sometimes just one more person snuggling up with you can actually make you warmer. Though one may be overpowered, two can defend themselves. A cord of 3 strands is not quickly broken. So the first part, in defending yourself, if you're by yourself, it's a little bit of an easier target. But if you have a friend standing fighting with you, then you're not going to go down easily. Also, you can come together, and it's called a band of brothers or a sisterhood, or we call ours sibling quad, even though we're not. They're not 4 people that are that were born at the same time. I know that for a fact. But they like to call themselves quads because they like to have that sense of belonging. So maybe you can get together this morning at the breakfast table and talk about how you guys, how your family and your friends and or whomever you're with can actually come together, as long as you're like-minded in the faith, how we can come together and band together as a joint family, as a joint people group. And for my family, we call family meetings sometimes if there's something that we need to discuss. We say we're the Allegan tribe, so that we kind of have the sense of cohesiveness, that we're all in it together, right? No sibling left behind type thing. Even when because we're going to the park later today, we try to group together, like, okay, you're not like really your buddy. My preteen would probably not like me to say, pick up your buddy. But no, like, I will tell one of the older kids, you need to be watching out for so-and-so. And I'll tell the younger kid, you need to stay with this one, Usually I'll put the boys together and the girls together. But that's the way of it, because that way we have more sets of eyes looking out for each other. So, and if you can just think about other ways that you can build community, spiritual community, ones that are going to spur each other on to good works, people that are going to help you to pursue your goals in the faith, or what God's called you to. Who are the people that are going to push you towards that end versus leave you alone? Because to be honest with you, we don't need to be left alone all the time, and we aren't wired that way. We are wired to fulfill our biggest potential in community, in relationship. I would say sometimes we fulfill our potential with God as our friend if there's no one else around, for sure. I remember lonely times as a teen when I was just a recluse and I was very nerdy and homebody, Jesus was my thick as thieves friend, because I didn't have anybody else that I went to except for maybe my mom, but that I went to on a daily basis. And that's just the way it was. So find that friend, find those flesh and blood relationships that can truly help you just bind together in the faith, and so that you won't be left alone in the forest to pick yourself up, because that's not good. All right, bye guys.